Welcome to Barry Charles Harness, your one-stop shop for everything Australian and New Zealand harness racing. And in this episode, we're going to recap the big races. Yes, the big races from New Zealand, including Keayang Zahara's Trotting Derby, the New Zealand Derby, the Christian Cullen, the Oscar Bonavena versus Muscle Mountain return match. Will we see a different outcome? And of course, what happened over in the interdominion series on the final night heats at Menangle, where some losers like I Can't Find a Better Man didn't make the final and Queen Elida went down. So some upsets in the heats, but some firm favourites to win the final now. Let's get to it right here at Barry Charles Harness. We're going to start it off by looking at, first off, the video that got it going. Now, well, the gallop at the start here for a couple of Keayang Zahara's rivals, and Edward Longshank and Paramount Kiwi. But Keayang Zahara didn't go straight to lead as some people were expecting. But as soon as he did, the fireworks happened with Rank Outsider counting countless questions, putting the pressure on. Long way from home, but Keayang Zahara showed them who's best.
600, Edward Longshanks has galloped. Paramount Kiwi has galloped as well. So Paramount Kiwi off stride with Edward Longshanks at the start. And Father Time is going to lead easily. Empire City straight onto his back. Freya over to third. Keayang Zahara. 3 back on the yard of Jason Lee. Now makes his move up 3 wide. 4 back and on the inside is Oliver. As Keayang Zahara is sent forward, Countless Questions is going to follow her up. Then Paramount Kiwi, Princess Sadie, Edward Longshanks and A Reason to Fight. Keayang Zahara, she's taken over 1 round out. Countless Questions up on the outside. Now eyeballs the favourite. There's 3 lengths away then to Father Time. Keayang Zahara at the 400 metres. She's 3 lengths in front from Father Time at Empire City. 27.9 the third quarter, and Jason Lee, he's taken the handbrake off, and Keayang Zahara put a half a dozen on them. Father Time, Empire City, then came Look to the Stars with 100 metres to go. She won the Ascent, she won the Oaks, and now she'll top it off with the Derby. A thrilling treble. Keayang Zahara, we salute you. She won it by 9 lengths from Empire City.
How good Keayang Zahara winning by 10 lengths. Absolutely bolted in for the Margaret Lee and Jason Lee driven duo. Absolutely outstanding. To conquer Australia and now to conquer New Zealand. Absolutely outstanding. Now next up, can she beat Courage Under Fire's record of 24 wins in a row? Time will tell. But the win of the Ascent was outstanding on show day, and then come back to win the New Zealand Oaks and then the Trotting Derby as well. What an absolute... We salute you, Keayang Zahara, and let's hope you continue to be injury-free and race for a long time to come. And there's no doubt in my mind that all the people at home will be thinking, if she was in the Interdominion tomorrow, on Saturday night, that she would be winning it. Others in the race, Father Time had the perfect run and paddled, and Empire City similar, got to second just on the line. But then, yeah, the rest of them really battled. Paramount Kiwi was a good run, considering he blew the start, but really, even if he didn't blow the start, he was only running second at best. Wow, yes, let's go to the Christian Cullen fix. The absolute boilover of the century, I'm calling it. Christian Cullen absolutely was on track, and if you got to see him on track, good on you. It was good to see him back on track, Christian Cullen. The mighty at 30 years of age. But the shock of the start was Rakero Rocket boosting to the lead. And then let's see what Blair Orange and Zach Butcher do with their drives after that, which let someone come up the passing lane and win like a rocket should.
Rakero Rocket's going to buzz out. He's going to head off. Don't Stop Dreaming at the start. And what will Orange do here? Does he hop straight out of the pocket? There's plenty of room. Pinseeker third. And the early crow goes to Rakero Rocket. It's Rakero Rocket, the leader from Don't Stop Dreaming. Here's Rakero Rocket. Orange makes his move now on Don't Stop Dreaming. He's going to whip around and take control. So Don't Stop Dreaming now leads from Rakero Rocket. Gavin Smith chanced his arm early, and it's going to work out beautifully. Rakero Rocket, Charlie Brown creeping closer. Merlin now satellite from the back, comes around 3 wide. He gets past Smoke on the Water. Next Pin Seeker, and a length and a half away to Commander Ben. Second quarter, 30.4, 62.2 for the half, and they are flying off the back. Don't Stop Dreaming joined by Merlin there, 1 and 2. Rakero Rocket sweats the lane from Charlie Brown, and then Pin Seeker from Smoke on the Water and Commander Ben, 400 to go. Don't Stop Dreaming and Merlin, they're about to lock horns again. Third quarter, 26.8. Rakero Rocket travels well. Then Charlie Brown. Don't Stop Dreaming shaken up. Merlin still in it. Far side Rakero Rocket, and he dives through as well. Merlin went to Don't Stop Dreaming. Charlie Brown after him. Merlin, Charlie Brown, Rakero Rocket the inside. Merlin, Rakero Rocket's gone to him. Rakero Rocket, a huge moment for Tom Bamford. Rakero Rocket wins the Christian Cullen. Second across either Merlin or...
What a win for Tom Bamford and the team. Absolutely awesome for Rakero Rocket to win. To win the bonus as well as the first horse home that hasn't won a Group 1. It was outstanding. But yeah, really, when you look at the race here, Don't Stop Dreaming went boom to the lead and got it pretty easy, to be honest, for a long time till Merlin come into the race. And for Merlin, for Don't Stop Dreaming to drop 4 for Merlin to get beaten shows you how weak the harness horses are in New Zealand currently. Really, the Top Gun horses are just not up to Australians horses by a mile. The only horse that I could put in that category, unfortunately, career ended, was Millwood Nike. Would probably be the only horse I could think of that could potentially beat these Australian horses at their best. I'm talking about the leaps of fame of this world. But yes, great to see a smaller trainer get a big win. So Rakero Rocket for Tom Bamford, outstanding, sweet, absolutely great to see. But what is happening in the world though is the training of the Nathan Puna Mark Puna dynasty dropping away. Is that what's happening? They're just not able to do as much. Mark Puna not being as busy as he used to be on the stable, or we're starting to see the chinks in the armour. It's where we're at. Other runs of the race, Charlie Brown, huge run with Merlin. Maybe not a huge run, but a good run from Charlie Brown. Merlin was honest, did well, and Don't Stop Dreaming was disappointing in 4th. Should have won the race in my opinion. Disappointing, and just shows the weakness of the New Zealand harness, but great for Rakero Rocket and the team. Now, Mark Puna and Nathan Puna want to bounce back. Well, the best way to do it is with Oscar Bonavita. The marvel continues to go. And Muscle Mountain's a good horse, but it looks like after that arterial fibrillation last year in the Dominion Handicap, hasn't been the same horse. And Oscar Bonavita went away from the Just Believes, even though he did big Just Believe in the New Zealand free-for-all. Oscar Bonavita wins when he's in this sort of form. Now the question mark is, what does he do after that big win? As we've seen on the video there. To me, what can we do? Well, let's check out this video now and see what Oscar Bonavita did to Muscle Mountain.
Almighty Logan patiently handled early. Oscar Bonavita will beat Muscle Mountain out, but they won't beat I Dream of Genie for the lead. I Dream of Genie by 5 from Midnight. Third. Orange is going to get him off the inside now, and he'll charge forward here. Oscar Bonavita, 12.50 to go, and he's going to work around and get an easy lead. So Oscar Bonavita now leads the Braxton Farriers Worthy Queen 1 round out. I Dream of Genie, full flight coming off the back. A length in front of Muscle Mountain. I Dream of Genie. Midnight Dash has the hood off. Mystic Max is driven up, and they're clear from Mighty Logan. 400 to go. Oscar Bonavita, 3/4 in front from Muscle Mountain, who's felt for. Then I Dream of Genie at Midnight Dash. 27.9 the back straight quarter. Oscar Bonavita turns for home. A length and a half to Muscle Mountain. Then I Dream of Genie. The leader is Oscar Bonavita. He's a couple in front from Muscle Mountain. Then I Dream of Genie. But at the 100, Oscar Bonavita, he's He's holding Muscle Mountain. The Braxton Farriers worthy queen to Oscar Bonavina. Oscar Bonavina by 3.5 beat Muscle Mountain.
Yep, so just another one for Oscar Bonavina, but what next? Does he go to the national trot? Got it. Both of them, even Muscle Mountain, because they're the best two trotters in New Zealand by a mile. I mean, well, not a mile. Better One is probably the only other horse in that category who could potentially dethrone them, but outside of that, the rest of these horses are just plotters. And you can argue these two trotters are just plotters, but they're the best of the plotters. Definitely no. But to be fair, Oscar Bonavina is probably underrated because of the injuries it had, but really has been going great racing considering his age, Oscar Bonavina. So, very good. So let's get to it. Next, the New Zealand Derby. Well, Chase a Dream. Raging hot favourite for, well, not raging hot favourite, but favourite for this race. Got better knuckle up, right up there with them. They expected one of these two would win the race, but no siree. They weren't even in the picture frame here. With Next Level heating it up early, absolutely bolting in early, leading the shock of the race, and then the pressure went on from there with Harrison John getting the lead. And then we saw Harrison John galloped and somehow still run through in this race. But let's see who wins this race in the end between this Mark Ben Nathan Poonen, Vessem coming from nowhere, as well as the former Poonen runner, We Walk by Faith.
This is the Derby, and we're ready. And we're racing. Now gate speed in the centre from Hadron Collider, who's going to go forward outside of Next Level. Harrison John's going forward as well, but Next Level will hold up underneath of Hadron Collider. Harrison John 3 wide. We Walk by Faith got a dream run from heaven, and Chase a Dream is last. Working to the back, and Harrison John about to take over. Working to the 2,000 metres from Next Level. Harrison John can't quite get there. Next Level is going to let him go, and Hadron Collider goes to parked. In the 1-1 then is Jeremiah. They're humming along outside of Hadron Collider parked. Harrison John's galloped. He was in front. He's galloped for about 5 strides, and then he's settled again. Harrison John, 7.50 left to go. Starts to up the ante a length in front of Bazooka. Second quarter, 30 and 4, 62, 3 the half. Next Level third. Chase a Dream 3 wide. He's going to have to work for it, the favourite. Hadron Collider the middle. Then We Walk by Faith. Dreams at 3 wide and 1 back. In the centre, Jeremiah. 4 wide, Built for Glory. Underneath of him, Better Knuckle Up. No Run Vessem. Then came He's from Heaven, Renegade, and it's tough, but it is Harrison John the leader. He shook off Bazooka. 3 wide, Chase a Dream. There's trouble out the back. He's from Heaven, and Renegade got tangled up. 27-7 third quarter. Harrison John for home, a length and a half. Next Level. We Walk by Faith along the inside, running on. Leader Harrison John. We Walk by Faith is steaming home. It's Harrison John. We Walk by Faith. Vessem out late, but We Walk by Faith, and Craig Ferguson win the New Zealand Derby. We Walk by Faith beats Vessem. Third in Harrison John. Fourth in Next Level. Then Jeremiah. Better Knuckle.
Wow, yes, We Walk by Faith. Craig Ferguson gets it done. Absolutely outstanding. Was way too good. And then Vessem come flying at him late. Harrison John was huge in third, and then after that, right your own ticket. Better Knuckle Up was unlucky, and Chase a Dream, after being 3 wide, was never going to win because he is not a Lazarus, nowhere near up to that sort of class. So he was paddling a long way from home. But good to see that Hayden Cullen has come from the shackles of the Mark Purnarain and is now finally proving he is up to with this Group 1 success. We Walk by Faith was at one stage probably the heir apparent. Argued that he was better than Chase a Dream, but just hadn't quite got up to that level. And I think that Australian campaign put a lot of people off. He pedalled in Menangle. But you just never know what happens with time and time. And he's come up and been too good. Yeah, great race. But to be honest, this crop is not a strong crop at all. And I don't know what's happening in New Zealand harness racing, but they need to turn this around soon. Well, let's head up to Auckland and see what happened here on Friday night. Well, I'm going to put this video clip in because it was absolutely undeniable. Don't ask me how this horse won here. Sugar Ray Lincoln, after galloping early on, absolutely outstanding. Then we saw some great races after that. With Lady of the Light putting the pressure on. been handed to it by Diamonds Are Forever. And sooner the better did he get it done, because there was a little late dash from the big Lebowski. Let's check these videos now.
Out wide, a Messenger Boy just looking to ease to tuck in now with Lincoln. Oh, now Sugar Ray Lincoln, the race favourite. He's gone for a gallop. It'll be 14.50. It's been a spot for favourites tonight to gallop at. Messenger Boy, Sugar Ray Lincoln, well back in the field. Lincoln Lou and Kevin Klein, 28 and 5 was a back straight quarter. Gladys Greenland to bring them for home. Tug of War Arcatea gets her shot at this leader now as they come for home. Sugar Ray Lincoln's putting in the strides up on the outside now of Tyson as they come on down with about 150 to go. Sugar Ray Lincoln's now moved up to the lead from Tyson. Back on the inside, Gladys Greenland, and there followed Leo Lincoln. Boy, this has been some win. Sugar Ray Lincoln will knock them out, and that's been some performance in 240.9. And go back and look and see what he did at the 1400. 2,200 metres, barrier strands release as they did. Dawson was a wee bit awkward off the front tape. Stablemate and race favourite, sooner the better, dodged underneath them to be second in the early stages. In behind II Captain, who's made the best beginning. Mickey Shanwell straight II Captain, sooner the better, saw the move of Kango coming forward, so Crystal straight away from the trail will move forward. So you sweep across the showgrounds turn. She's probably likely to hand up to Kango here. It'll be a good horse to follow throughout, and he's had to do a bit of work as well. Let's see as they work into the lane. Sooner the better with Kango up on the outside. They open up by 3, II Captain, then Mickey Shan, the big Lebowski. Sooner the better not wanting to hand up the lead here to Kango. Better with a back straight quarter and 29.1 over Kango. II Captain, here's the big Lebowski, drawn out 3 wide, 4 wide. Skipper Mickey Shan all dressed up, nowhere to go. Top of the lane, sooner the better. Crystal offers him a little bit more leather, opens up by 2. Kango, the big Lebowski. They're followed then by Mickey Shan deep on the passing lane. II Captain and Skipper, sooner the better, the big Lebowski. Kango's not done. Sooner the better, the big Lebowski's coming strongly, but sooner the better, sooner the better. Beautiful drive, Crystal. We'll get the prize. Mobile, set and ready. Green lights up. They're off and racing. Treacherous Gal's out nicely. Here's Lady of the Light showing gate speed back on the inside to Diamonds Are Forever. They're followed then by You Little Beauty. Further back in the field, Seaside Rose, and then Dance Till Dawn. Princess Mira Tartan gets back in the field as to Seclusion, and What a Minx to be the last. Well, she was runner-up last year, Lady of the Light. She's looking to go one better this year, and she'll go to the top and look to dominate. Lady of the Light. Beauty, the next Seaside Rose, all dressed up, nowhere to go. Back in the field then to Dance Till Dawn. Princess Mira Tartan yet to make its move. Neither Seclusion, and on their inside, What a Minx, 28 and 1, the back straight quarter. The leader, Lady of the Light, putting it to her. Diamonds Are Forever. Top of the lane, they open up by 2. Treacherous Gal, You Little Beauty. Princess Mira Tartan getting right to the outside now. Lady of the Light opens up by 2 now. Shakes off the challenge of Diamonds Are Forever. Treacherous Gal, Princess Mira Tartan really flying home right under the arches, and Dance Till Dawn's with her. Lady of the Light, Princess Mira Tartan. First look at Alexandra Park, zoom home. Group 3, Caduceus Club Northern Breeders is hers. Second, Dance Till Dawn. Third across was there the favourite lady.
Let's go back to that first video here. What a win. What a win by Sugar Ray Lincoln in 240 something after galloping absolutely horrendous. No chance. You would not even had him in your top 4 the whole race, and then at the 200 metre mark when he came wide, that's the only time we started the pace, because he looked like he was going to gallop at any minute. But absolutely we had whoosh go wide by. And a disappointing one out of that race was Arcatea, who had the trail and absolutely struggled. But obviously as a horse that can't go 240 with the best of them, needs to get 242 for her to be up to competing. It was an absolute interesting race. But the next race that we saw was Sooner the Better, galloping early on. But Sooner the Better continued on his winning way. And I argued should have been at the interdominions, but I guess the money for the Auckland Cup was more intriguing on his backyard than risking going to the interdominions. But I think Sooner the Better would have been a big chance in this interdominion series, but it wasn't to be. The big Lebowski had a nice soft run, and he just went down. I just don't know about Sooner the Better, because you could argue he's the best horse in the country at times. But then he runs second quite easily, so I'm not sure where to put this horse in. He only just wins when he wins nearly. I thought last week's run was going to show how good he is, but maybe not. Maybe there was too much burning away on that race. But yeah, Sooner the Better, and then Kango sitting parked was a good run. Consistent Kango, but he's no superstar. And I'm surprised he's still here. I know he had a trip to Aussie, but I think Aussie is where he beckons for the future. Yes. So what about the final video there? Treacherous Gal. Left him a light early, which gave him a soft trail behind Lady of the Light, but then Diamonds of Forever comes off 3 deep the inside. I don't understand what happened there. I really don't. I have no clue what happened there with Diamonds of Forever. But he came off and really put the pressure on the 600 metre mark, which left Lady of the Light, who even booted Claire Turney for home, a sitting duck for a swooper, and it was Dance Till Dawn and Princess Matarian. Absolutely too good, and Brian O'Meara is back in the headlights since Christian Cullen fame, so good to see. But from what I've seen, Treacherous Gal can't win the Queen of Hearts, but will be improved by the run. We'll be interested to see if Match Blue does turn up in this Queen of Hearts, because Princess Matani looks the horse to beat for mine. Absolutely way too good. Lady of the Light will put herself in the chances if she gets a good draw, but after that the pressure's on for her to win a race like this. She's been very good this season, but just not quite that next level up to probably win the Queen of Hearts, unfortunately. Yeah, well, how good was Bryce's medal in the Geraldine Cup? We'll look at the last 400 metres, beating at home Kiss the Girls and American Me. That was a good race. And then after that, we're going to look at the Trotties. Yes, the Interdominion Trotting and Paces Series, the final heats from Menangle.
In buckskin, Bryce's medal, starting a move now, American Me. Back there as well as Woodbine Rocks, Tanzania, and Outwider is Triple G as Hey Bartender being taken the outside by Kiss the Girls, who has raced clear as they straighten. Inside run for Got You Covered, into it strongly Bryce's medal, Homebush Lad, American Me joining in, and Triple G widest. It's Kiss the Girls in front of Bryce's medal, American Me letting down, looking for room late as Woodbine Rocks has run into a pocket. Bryce's medal's got to Kiss the Girls, who kicks Bryce's medal. Will beat home Kiss the Girls, American Me, and unlucky.
Yes, Bryce Medal gets it done. Kiss the Girls, after galloping at the start, it was a good run to run second in American Me, but Woodbine still looking for a run, turning for home. Rocks was a good run for fourth, but to be honest, it's not a star-studded field. Now let's get to whether another not star-studded heat series, missing probably 10 superstars from both Trotters and Paces to make it the best of the best. So it's really not a stronger series, unfortunately. But still, the people that are racing in it have got their chance. So let's have a look at who's racing. Yes, well, Heat 7 was the one that started off. And let's have a look. Tenzing Bromac got the lead, looking like she was going to lead, but Jamati booted back in. Then Don Hugo come up and got the lead easy. And from there, it was pretty much a procession. Let's roll the tape.
And away well is Tenzing Bromac towards the inside. Jim RT trying to hold up on the inside and keep it out. They were followed by Magician, and further back then is District Attorney. As they work into the home straight, the leader is Jim RT. Thurlow had a sustained look and another, and sees the Don coming up on the outside, and Don Hugo now plays from the front. Jim RT will take the stalks now. In a race of many changes outside this leader. Behind them then came Master Catch. Tenzing Bromac's been right back. See Art still last. 29.5 followed by a 28.4. 57.9 the half, and the leader coming off the back is Don Hugo. Second, Jillaby Nitro. District Attorney working hard at the 600, 3 out. Getting a nice run. Jim RT, Mac Da Vinci, Pete said so's on a loose rein. Perfect Stride 3 deep with a helmet to follow. Then came Black Sedans, followed in the centre as they near the turn. Magician, it's been shuffled right back as well, and as they run the bend now, 27.3 the quarter. First into the straight is Don Hugo. What's Don got left? He scoots away. He's 5 metres on Jim RT. Jillaby Nitro back on the inside, making a lot of ground as Master Catch, I can see, getting home okay, but it's Don Hugo. Don Hugo darts away from Jim RT. Jillaby Nitro up on the inside as Master Catch, and getting home late Black Sedans, but it's all Don Hugo. Don Hugo beats Jim RT. Third home in the race, Jillaby.
Yes, Don Hugo, good one. one of the horses to beat in the final for sure. Big chances, Don Hugo, with the beautiful draw he got with 3 for the series final. He's a big chance, this Don Hugo. To be honest, the rest of the field in this race, Jim Marty, every opportunity, Jillaby Nitro, nice soft runs on the peaks, but they're not going to win the series. Pete said so, who has made the final as well. We'll need a soft run to be a top 4 chance, but will highly likely not be winning the series. Well, let's go to Heat 8, and we saw Arden's Ace rocket to the lead early on, and then Narano got to the lead. Then he handed up to Don Lu, but it was Narano that was battling down the home straight. But we saw a battle of the Titans. It's the battle of the new brigade. Here is Dangerous and Old School Minstrel have a good old struggle up the straight.
And they're racing and beginning brilliantly is Arden's Ace. Across from the deep showing speed is Narano. Up on the inside, Terry prominent from Don Lu. Hector is going to settle back nearer to the inside, and as they approach that first turn, stuck out there wide next of all is Star Major as they run towards the 2000. Dangerous in the middle, and then came Minstrel, followed well back by Unfazed Helliver, and at the tail of the field is Where You Been Boppin'. They've got 1,800 metres left to go. Narano was able to close down from the deep and take up the front running, but Don Lu comes calling, and Don Lu works around the outside now to take up the front running, settling down in third. 58 half and passing the cages. The leader is Don Lu. Minstrel throws down the gauntlet now. Poised to pounce is Dangerous on the outside, and then Narano. It needs to get away from the inside, followed by Unfazed Arden's Ace, and Where You Been Boppin' peels to the outside. Going up on the outside, Minstrel hits the lead. 350 left to go. 27-1 the quarter. Inside run comes from Narano. Dangerous is down the outside. Don Lu whacks away. Minstrel's the leader. Inch by inch, Dangerous is cutting back the margin on the outside. Dangerous goes up to Minstrel, puts the head in front, and Dangerous could just be the find of the series. Goes home to win it. Too good in the line. Dangerous beats Minstrel for third. We'll go, I reckon, Terry and O's in front of Hector. Then Where You Been.
Minstrel was huge, sitting parked. It only just go down, but Dangerous has really been getting better and better each race. He's had nice soft runs this whole series, improving with each run, and he has big chance in the final. Whether or not he gets the trail behind Don Hugo, I seriously hardly doubt that, but can he get to the lead after my Moonlight Dream, or does he settle for 3 back on the markers? It's going to be the question mark on the drive. There, what he does there. Ryan Sanderson's going to be a big chance in this one. I think Dangerous is a big chance of winning this with a soft run on the peaks. But if he doesn't get the peaks run and ends up in the, he's not as good a chance as mine, because he'll probably get pushed back too far with Captain's Knock and Minstrel coming around the field. But yes, yeah, that was too good. Yeah, so looking at the final, Dangerous, yeah, he's a big chance in the final. Minstrel on that run has to be a chance, but would it take too much out of him, and the rest really no chance in the final. Let's have a look at the final, Heat 9 at Menangle, and My Moonlight Dream lights it up early, but then Captain's Knock comes a-running.
9th heat. Yeah, close to a start here, Brett. Ready to go. Racing. As advertised, My Moonlight Dream bounced out very quickly, won the start and drives across and takes up the front running. Away okay was Captain's Knock. It's looking to slide across in front of Curly James, who interestingly was taken away from the inside, and they were followed then by Nyack and punching through Kanina Provlima. Can't find a better man, settles around midfield at the cages the first time round. They round the bend in 27, and Hewitt's about to hit the go button on Captain's Knock, and as they straighten up, Captain's Knock's the leader. My Moonlight Dream looks for an out. Down the outside, Max Delight. Here's Curly James. Nyack is getting up on the inside, but it's Captain's Knock the leader over My Moonlight Dream, who's trying hard, but he kicks on the captain, and he'll salute again. Captain's Knock in rare form goes home to beat My Moonlight Dream. Curly James, or fourth is close.
Yes, Captain Knock comes a-running, and I Can't Find a Better Man is looking for a way home after battling from a soft run on the outside and not making the final. After winning the few seats, a disappointment for I Can't Find a Better Man fans, but getting back to the winner, Captain's Knock is going well this series. I'm not sure he can win the final. The Barry draw hasn't helped him either. He's going to need a soft run and then to go bananas for that to happen. But he's definitely a top 4 player. The captain's knocking, he's going well, and deserves his place in the final. Gonna be interesting. Moonlight Dream, who's got gate speed, and he win a good race in this race, running second. His best chances of the top 4 finish as well, and I think we'll be the early leader, and then we'll be handing up to Don Hugo. Looks more than likely the case, depending on what Dangerous does. It's going to be interesting, very interesting early. Those horses out wider, right out wide. Do they go, boom, let's go? That's what Captain's knocked it. I think that's what they got to do if they want to get in front and maybe get the markers behind Don Hugo, because I think that's what's going to end up happening. So it's going to be an interesting race. I don't think it's Don Hugo's an absolute guarantee. Curly James was good in the race after pulling out into the 1-1. He's a top 4 chance as well in the final. But yeah, we're going to talk. I'm going to talk more about the grand final closer to the day. We'll do a preview show of the big races at Menangle for Interdominion Day. But yeah, to me, let's have a look now at the final 2 heats of the trotting series, where we saw an expected outcome and then an absolutely upset here as Queen Elida goes down and has lost 2 chances to be the favourite for the final. Let's get to it right here, right now.
On and they're off. The Locomotive began well with Keayang Zahara, and they'll dispute early doors. Up on the outside, deeper was Constantinople, and they were being followed by Sunny G, who's just in behind those. The next one is Mufasa Metro. Up on the inside next is Aldebaran Zeus. Corner, it's the Locomotive in front, only 4 metres clear on Keayang Zahara, and they've burst away from the others. Third quarter, 27.6. The Locomotive, the train goes full bore up the straight, 5 metres in front of Keayang Zahara. Now coming off its back to try and ping him. The leader is the Locomotive. Keayang Zahara is trying to get out after the Locomotive. Brad Hewitt gets to work. Keayang Zahara trying its heart out, but it's the Locomotive. He's big, he's brave, he's too strong. The Locomotive beats. Second home in the race goes the way of Keayang Zahara. They space the lights on, they're off, and Royal Dan won the start. And at the moment, Alfred quite happy to tuck in behind, so it'll be Royal Dan leading the way early doors. Start now, Speedy Lover makes a move, so he's off the inside now, Alfred. And as they come to the home corner, it's race on. Queen Elida sidles up alongside Royal Dan. Parisian Artiste comes on from Aldebaran Vera, Speedy Lover, and they've got away from Courage Stride, but around the final corner, 28.9, and Queen Elida, she slips away. Parisian Artiste is running to second spot. Then Aldebaran Vera, the leader is Queen Elida. Out after it, Parisian Artiste running a mighty race, just wants to wobble right off the track. It's coming out after Queen Elida. Alfred goes to work. Down the outside, Parisian Artiste. Parisian Artiste hits the lead. Parisian Artiste has won it. Beats Queen Elida.
Well, as you can see on the tape, the Queen Elida went down to a horse that was going out to the car park, going sideways. Parisian Artiste, and still got up to win. I think people are really saying this was a bad run, but I don't know if it was a bad run. From what I've seen from Queen Elida, she doesn't go as well when she is in the trail sort of situation. If she can lead, but the barrier drawer stuffed her up from probably leading, but I would be pushing to go better than Queen Elida. I wouldn't sit back. She'd go the lead, and I think that's her best chance. And I think it's the same with Locomotive. I think either of these horses don't lead. I don't think they win. It's going to be an interesting one. The final. I still think they're the top 2 horses, and I still think Queen Elida can beat the Locomotive in the final. Yeah, but outside of the top 2 in their final, well, Plymouth Chubb was disappointing. Didn't look likely. Aldebaran Zeus was unlucky, so Aldebaran Zeus is the top 4 chance in the final. Might be the bet to look for in the final, folks, is Aldebaran Zeus, because it's a weak final. There's probably any. When you look at it, Queen Elida and Locomotive look like the top 2 with Parisian Artist and Keayang Zahara being the next 2. Plymouth Chubb would be higher, but I think the horse has just not handled the series and will struggle in the final. And I think Aldebaran Zeus will get 3 full back on the inside and can be running a home for 4th, with one of them being unlucky, and generally happens. Mufasa Metro's got gate speed, but just not racing well enough either. Yeah, so and looking at the first heat, it was a procession once the Locomotive got the lead after Keayang Zahara got there easily. It was just a walk home, to be honest, in that heat. So didn't really get much out of it. So it's going to be an interesting final for both of them. But yeah, but obviously Keayang Zahara was the highlight of the weekend for me. But for the little blokes out there, rakero winning the Christian Cullen clearly was an upset. And you can even say David versus Goliath. That that David got home with We Walk by Faith in the New Zealand Derby, taking out his old master and Vesam Mark Peden. So anyway, that's Barry Charles Harness for another episode. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. And we'll be back at the end of the week to preview the big races coming up in New Zealand and obviously the Interdominion Grand Final. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you later on in the week.